Hello, and welcome to the Journey with Janey podcast. I'm outside again here in the hills of Northumberland, and it's glorious. It's nice to be outside. I've had to find a spot where the wind isn't blowing around me, so I'll turn around and let you see, for those that are watching, where I'm actually stood. For those who won't get that picture, I'm actually stood behind a heap of silage bales, and for those of you who aren't farmers, silage is the grass that we cut in the summer to feed our animals during the winter months when they're inside keeping nice and warm. So yeah, that's the black bales that you see when you travel around the countryside. So if I just switch the camera, that's the black bales, and they're stacked up into the trees. Yeah, so not that you really needed to know that, but it was just so you knew why it was moving around. And I'm hoping that the sun's over there at the minute. It keeps coming in and out, so I might kind of disappear in the shade. But yeah, here we are again, episode number whatever it is. I'm Jane Anderson, and I'm your host on the Journey with Janey podcast. I am a grief guide, and I am here to take you on my journey as we go through sharing top tips as to how I've come through the other side, might be the way to describe it. I really don't know how I describe it, because some days I still do have those waves of grief, and maybe that is the way to describe it. Grief comes in waves. Everybody's different. Grief is unique, as are we. As people, we're all unique human beings, and that's exactly what we are. So I'm here today I've been out in nature. That was last week when we had the stream and the nature behind us, and yeah, this is a different view, the view of the hills from the house. So today I wanted to kind of talk about creating little things within your life that can help. And probably the best way to describe that, when I joined mentorship, there was lots of kind of tools that we can use, but creating your own disciplines that give you the encouragement to get up in the morning, because sometimes we do struggle. There are days when I would have loved to just turn over and have a duvet day, forget about what was going on in the world outside, because we're affected by the environment around us, and at that point the environment around me was that Jonathan wasn't there with me anymore. He wasn't coming into the house, he wasn't working outside, the tractors going past and the workers doing the jobs. I mean, in the early days, Jonathan's friends helped us out a lot, which was absolutely amazing. We now have a full-time employee. But yes, it was hard. Somebody else driving the tractor, when you expect to see that person doing whatever you would expect. For me, it was the tractor and the quad bike, and seeing the collie dogs running around and things like that. So yeah, hands up. Sometimes I would love a duvet day. That isn't going to be any use to me though. And I had to start and take small steps to actually find me again, find my identity, and daily disciplines. Knowing what you have to do on a daily basis when you get up in the morning, knowing how your day is going to be, full stop. Just planning. I'm not saying you have to be 100%, I'm going to do this at this time, that at that time, that time, because at the start, when all that is really going through your head is, oh, I've got to go down those stairs and into the kitchen to make that cup of coffee that your loved one, partner, whoever it may be, child, whatever, isn't there anymore to make that cup of coffee. And if I can, you know, help one person to make that decision to say, actually, I am going to get out of bed today, I am going to make that cup of coffee, and today is going to be 1% better than it was yesterday. And that 1% better could be literally going downstairs, making the cup of coffee, and then crawling back into bed. Because if that's what you need to do, that's what you need to do. Grief is, there is no one size fits all, and all I can do is give you the tools and the ideas that I've used to help me. So yeah, that duvet day was like, oh, I need to, I could just curl up, I'm just going to cry here all day, snuggle into my duvet. And then it was like, no, Jane, no. You've put these disciplines into place. You know you can get out of bed. You know you can go downstairs and make your cup of coffee because you've done it. And it was fine. It was fine. So you do the same again the next day. And it's that little things. So yeah, I did pull myself out of bed, went downstairs, and then obviously I have talked a bit about gratitude in previous episodes. So one of my main things in the morning when I get up is gratitude and switching that thinking, because we can all be negative, we can all try to be positive, but we need to be on that frequency of positivity throughout the day. So for me, getting up in the morning, making my cuppa, I do actually sit in the chair Jonathan used to sit at the kitchen table now. For a long time I still sat in my seat at the table, and actually I do giggle sometimes because we all fight over that seat at the table. We always have, even when Jonathan was with us. Everybody wanted to sit in that seat, so that was a decision I had to make for myself, that actually that was going to be my seat again, and actually sit and be grateful that I can sit in that seat, and write my gratitude on a morning. So I think I might already have covered this, but I'm just going to quickly go over it again. So gratitude is being grateful for, like this morning, I was grateful that I was alive this morning. The sun was shining. I could walk down the stairs, I could make my cup of coffee, and I got to write my gratitude this morning. So I think that's something else that's a kind of a switch as well. The things that you get to do, not things that you need to do or have to do. Just that little switch to say, actually, I get to do this every day. I get to take my dogs out for a walk in this beautiful countryside. I get to drive a car, and go off and have lunch with friends. So yeah, it's the little things. And one big thing that I have learned is watching what you say and what words you write, and understanding that there are, that it is. I've lost my train of thought now. I do apologise, guys. Let's go on to a totally different stance, because I'm outside here and I've just walked past some beautiful snowdrops, and that to me is, oh my goodness, spring is on its way. Spring is springing, and I think that's something that we all look forward to. Puts a smile on our faces. Oh, and here comes the sunshine. That's even better. So yeah, spring is springing. we're still at the end of February, and I know we have often been hit by snowstorms in March here in the hills. Hopefully not, because it's not good. I love snow if I'm not working in it, and it is hard work when the snow's on the ground, and obviously sheep are growing their little lambs inside, so that's exciting. That's something else that'll be coming along. I'll try and take some videos once they're running around in the fields and things. So I don't know that I've actually said much, done much today, but I just wanted to hop on the podcast and say hello to you lovely listeners, and of course viewers as well. Some of you are viewing this, and thank you all for sending some amazing messages. Please continue to send the messages. I love hearing what your thoughts are on the whole thing. We may even do just a proper farm day, and I'll come out and I'll, once the lambs are on the ground, we have actually started calving. We had our first calf yesterday, so that is really exciting. And you can probably tell by the tone of my voice, smile on my face, it is absolutely, this time of year is just, it is my favourite time of year. And for any of you who've read Janey, You Never Realise, I always think of spring as the beginning of the year. It certainly is in the farming year, because it's kind of been a trawl through winter, looking after and caring for all the animals, and then you get the excitement of baby calves on the ground. They're all calving in the shed, and then the sheep start to lamb as well. So it is an amazing time of year on the farm, and I'm going to share this with you guys. So yeah, looking forward to that. The dogs are wandering around. There's the Labrador just coming along behind me there. So yeah, thank you for today, thank you for listening, and as I say, any comments, reviews, notes, I'm happy to receive any which way. All my details are on my website, which is www.janeywithjaney.com. You can contact me on there, leave a note, and yeah, let's get into spring, summer, and just enjoy life. Remember, there's something inside of you that knows no limits, and it's time to believe in you. Try and make each day better and better, and when you get that better day, rinse and repeat for the next day. Until next time, guys, take care. Bye for now. Thank you all for joining me on the Janey with Janey podcast. Always remember, there is something within you that knows no limits. It's time to believe in you. Click the subscribe button so you never miss an episode. I love reading your reviews and comments, so right away. So, if you're ready to take those small steps to transform your true self, let's do life together.